start again. It's a rich thing.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel today. Today we're going to be talking about an AMG SLS 63. So this car was produced around 2011 all the way to 2015, and there was several versions of this vehicle, from the basic SLS to the Black Series. This particular sample that we have here today is the AMG 63 SLS. So this vehicle is 6.3 liter naturally aspirated engine. So if you look at the engine on this car, it sits all the way back to give it a 50-50 weight distribution on this vehicle. So it's kind of a mid-engine car, but from the engine being in the front rather than being in the back. This car also featured gull wing doors. The last gull wing door car was back with Mercedes back in the 50s, and now this is the new version of the gull wing door. They haven't made one since. When they also made this vehicle, they also made it in a convertible, and the convertible today has kind of depreciated, but the gull wing has actually gone up in price. So today, a good example of this vehicle will probably be around $150,000 to $220,000 in that price range. There's a couple of little things that, when they designed this vehicle, had a little, a few odd things on it. You have a regular Mercedes key. That's how the regular Mercedes keys came on this vehicle. If you notice nowadays, all the newer cars like Tesla and even Mercedes have where the door handle pops out when you get close to it or when you unlock it. This feature was already available in 2011 on this Mercedes. So as you can see, these door handles are popped out right now. That means the car's open. But if we close it, you'll notice the door handles pop back in. So if you're outside and you want to see if your car is closed or open, you can just tell by the door handle. The other thing is this was technology in 2011, right? So when Mercedes came out with this, they came up with some really cool ideas when they actually built this car. So that was one of the things that was really, really cool. And when you go back close to it, you want to open it, the door handle opens back up, and then you'll lift up the door and it goes all the way up. The bad thing is when you get in the car and you want to close the door. The problem is the door handle's all the way up here. So you've got to kind of really reach up to try and get it and pull it all the way down. This might be a hard grab for you to get to that door handle. The other thing is when you do get in it and you reach down, it really doesn't have that much height for you. So if you're sitting straight up, and I'm not that tall, I'm only 5'10" on a good day. So my head is almost touching the roof. But overall, it's a great car, fun car to drive. So we'll take this out for a ride right now, and we'll talk about that. Hey, it's an SLS. It's one of those things that if you want to drive one, you have to live with these, few weird features that the vehicle has. Yeah. But yeah, like I forgot to put all these controls over here. Let me add this big lump of controls on this side, right? It's kind of weird. We've got a little traffic today in Dallas, so it's really hard for us to really feel this vehicle out today. Hopefully we'll get an open stretch of road in a minute. The vehicle in sport mode. As soon as you do put it in sport mode, you kind of feel that extra responsiveness on the throttle. As soon as I get there and I'm in sport mode, I can automatically feel the suspension's a little bit tighter. It's a little bit more responsive on the throttle. The exhaust note has changed a little. So it has a different feeling when you're sitting in this car right now compared to what it was before. Again, you've got 3 different settings here, and we just went on sport. So let's give this a little bit of a whirl, and then see, how it, it pulls away. We're going right now about 50 miles per hour, but let's see how it kind of pulls away. So here we go. That is also pretty loud. Does it have today's like blistering horsepower that you'll find in a 720S or in a 570S or a 488? No, that's not the car, right? But it has the exhaust note, right? Let's kick it up one more into Sports Plus. And again, as soon as you click that dial, you can feel a little bit more stiffness on the suspension, and you can feel that it's a little bit more throaty again on the exhaust, and you feel like it's got a little bit more oomph to it. So let's kind of overtake this car real quick and see how this looks and feels. So here we go again and see. Oh, there you go, and you can feel it a little bit better now, a little bit more responsiveness on it. And this only redlines to 7,000 RPM. It's not a high revving car, which I thought, being a naturally aspirated engine, it should get to 8,000, but it's a fairly low revving car at 7,000. But again, this was built in 2011. It won't have all those features that the newer vehicles have, but you're not buying a new vehicle. You're buying something that's a classic vehicle now, and I think it's gonna continue to go up in price as the numbers dwindle down, as people start wrecking these vehicles and out in the marketplace, and there's not another Goldwing vehicle out there. I mean, this is one of the only Goldwing vehicles out there today in the modern era. Everything else in a Goldwing, the older Mercedes, you're gonna end up spending $4 or $5 million for one. So if you want that feeling of a Goldwing vehicle, SLS is the way to go.